Okay, we're live. It's James speaking. What is applied AI? I have no idea. I was just trying to figure out how can I actually apply all of these great tools, these AI prompts, these services coming out, all of this news that's come out in the last couple months. How can I actually apply it to what I'm doing? So if you're an online course creator, someone who's creating educational content, whether that be videos or courses or tutorials or PDFs or anything like that, this may be of value to you if you're trying to figure out how can I earn more and do less. Because for me personally, I just want to figure out how can I offload some tasks so that I can spend more time doing the stuff that I like, which is creating the content like this, talking in front of the camera, or actually talking to real people, teaching what it is that I've learned over the last 25 or 30 years online digital marketing, or in previous times as a sales trainer and professional speaker. So I'm trying to figure out, how does this all apply? How do I put it together? How do I share it? But how do I earn money with it? So here's what I want to do today. I just want to go through a little bit of research that I've done recently, and then how I'm approaching the different AI tools that are becoming available to us all, and see what are the things that we don't have to do anymore if we apply the right tool to the right task. And I'll give you an example. There's an old saying, I think, that everything looks like a nail when all you have is a hammer. And it's very difficult to stay focused on how can I build my business with these tools, as opposed to this is a cool tool that does that. So I was playing around with ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, Gemini, and the AI Studio, and I was trying to figure out what are the things that I do on a regular basis and what tool can I apply to those things so that I don't have to do them anymore. And just to give you an idea, I'll open up a screen here. This is actually a ChatGPT o3 Mini, which is a reasoning model, which I'll get to in a second. This is one, for example, that I was just basically, looking at, saying, I put a list of steps together. I asked it to identify the steps, processes, and considerations that it would make if it was going to run a business about creating educational content, selling it, and marketing it. And I was kind of breaking it down, trying to get it to do as minute or small tasks as possible, because these are things that I would either do or not do based on the time and resources that I had available. So I'm trying to figure out if this is the stuff that needs to be get done, or I think needs to get done, how can I offload that in a way that I'm comfortable with the precision that I need, or at least get most of it done so that it removes me from that physical task. And I think this whole space right now is kind of just about, you'll hear people talking about, treating AI as an HR, as another employee. So I'm looking at this and saying, okay, if I have that employee, what do I want them to do? What work do I want them to do? So I put together, a list of a whole bunch of different tools that were here, and I was playing around with ChatGPT just to figure out what would be involved for one of these particular tasks. So I asked for a second. I said, so if a user wanted this step done and wanted to task AI to do it, what would they do specifically so that they can use the work done by the tool? So that's what I was playing around with. And you can see in this one, what it did is let me just open this up a little bit here. If I get to the right spot. Oh, I went out of the wrong spot. Let's go back, see if I can there. Uh, there it is. Okay, so it reasoned for a couple seconds and went through it. And it kind of figured out these are the things that I need to do before I respond to you. And this is this whole reasoning model, right? This is the one that has the ability to think through options and learn or make choices based on the options that it researches or becomes available. And it put together a step-by-step guide of things that I needed to do, and then the prompts and the tool that I need to have it get done. So I'm thinking about this and I'm trying to figure out, okay, well, if I know what the tools are, which one do I apply to all of these different tasks? And there's really three tools that are available to us. And the ones that I want you to think about in this video are how you're going to use the ones, not necessarily that you've used in the past, but more importantly, the ones that are becoming available to us. So which ones are those and how do they work? Here's kind of the gist on this. I got my my trusted video pencil. Hopefully it'll work. But I think there's three kinds of tools available to us. One is the one we've been spending so much time on, which is the kind of prompt response model. And that particular one is all about, we know what we want, and we basically give some kind of prompt. We give to the AI tool like ChatGPT 4 or Claude or any of the non-reasoning models. They basically spit something back based on what they've been trained to do. And those are the ones that are, everyone's been using. I've been using them for ages, and they're great for streamlining the work that we do, because putting together the information or formatting the information or collecting and curating the information has saved a whole bunch of time for us. And in fact, trainingsites.io, if you haven't already joined there, actually here, trainingsites.io, I've got a whole library of different prompts that do this kind of work for you. So that's kind of the first one, and that's the one that is important or has been important, but I think is going to be less important, because the ones that are becoming available now are the reasoning models. And what I'm talking about with the reasoning models, or these ones are agentic or iterative learning, that are ones that can actually think through before they respond. They take a look at the options, they take a look at if you want external information as reference points to bring in, and they think about, what is the situation? What is the context? I know there's a prompt you gave me, but what are the different things that are available? If you're looking at the one where it's the first one, you usually know what you want. You're just asking for some kind of output. These are the ones that are about what you may have missed. So you have an idea what you want, but you want some additional opinions or observations that can complement or supplement what it is that you're doing. Now, the thing that's interesting for us as course creators or people creating content, whether it be videos or any of the stuff that we want to put on our own personal platform, these ones are going to be free, I think, at the end of this month or next month, when it's here in the spring of January. This was announced with ChatGPT, the 4.5 and the 5 models. I guess Sam Altman, what I saw on Friday, I read, was they're coming out, and the reasoning models will be part of all of the models at some point in the future. And of course, those ones are great for doing stuff and providing it in a way that is process oriented, where we've strung together a whole bunch of prompts. So it's not just one prompt response, it's prompt response, prompt response, prompt response, but it learns from each response that it gets. So any kind of task that we have where there's more than one step, these tools are now the ones that are able to do that. So that saves up a whole bunch of time and gives us an opportunity to actually get more done of the things that we like to do, and get those other items that are off the table. And here's the real exciting part, and this is where I think the opportunity is, and where I'm going to be spending my time focusing on over the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, year, because I think this is the exciting part if you're creating content and you want to teach online as a business. And what these ones are agents. And the agents, the way I think of them, is basically the prompt plus these multi-prompt uh, in iterative learning AI models. It's the ability to say, I want a completed task. I want this done. And the AI tool is going to be able to do that. And there's a couple simple of examples that are already available now. I've seen some of them. I don't have access to all of them right now, but if you've heard of the Open AI operator and the Open AI deep research agents. These are specific examples of agents that do one thing for us, but it's done for us. It's a completed task. So if you ask the deep research one to provide a report on something, it will actually go and do all of the research and work in the background and provide us a finished and complete report. If you say to the operator one, I want you to be able to add or upload or put together the video script, anything that happens to do in a browser, you'd be able to use the operator agent to actually finish that process or those tasks if it was something to do within a browser. So we're going to have multiple agents being able to do all of these different tasks and apply them to exactly what happens here when we're playing around with these tasks. So define the tasks. For example, state you need a demographic analysis, target audience, including details such as age, range, gender, educational background, professional, and location. And you're going to be able to put together and just say, use the research agent to crawl public census databases and social media platforms to extract demographic data, profession, US-based professionals over the last year. So there's an example of we have a particular tool applied to a particular task that we will be removed from as part of our business. So these are the real exciting times for us as content creators, as people who are wanting to teach online, because I think at this point, we should be thinking not about how do we create courses, but it's how do we create video content that can be used as part of the platform that we've actually decided to share our expertise on. So what I've been doing in the background is, first of all, I have a list of examples. I'm breaking down. For me, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to break down and just say, what's the task? What tool do I apply? Is it just a straight prompt? Is it one of those reasoning prompts? Or do I need to wait for an agent? But it's your ability to break down these tasks and organize how to apply it to your situation, which is the really cool part. So I'm putting that one together as we speak. That's one of the things I'm researching and focusing on. Here's the other thing. If this work is done for you, if this is completed for you, the thing that's exciting, I think, for all of us is it's not about courses anymore. It's about what are you going to choose or what are you going to use for your personal platform, and trying to pick your space, your content ecosystem. That's the part that's going to be really cool and fun, because any of this work that's done for us in the background, if we can put it in a place that allows us to have a particular audience that already know, like, and trust us, that's where we're going to be able to monetize it. So just think about that this week. I'm going to have a whole bunch of videos about the platform, picking the right platform. And I'm also going to try and put together that list of kind of the applied AI tasks and how that fits together. So again, if you haven't been to trainingsites.io/join, make sure to go and join. All of my content's there, all of my prompts. There's a community there for you could ask questions. We're just here to help you start and build and grow your education business. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel on YouTube once or twice every day. And it's just a place for me to share all the exciting stuff that's happening in AI and how it can help you grow your education business. Take care. Expect the best.